The cat's barely in it, actually.
Well, because
Funny enough.
doesn't the cat like get kidnapped or something?
The
Catnapped.
cat's the MacGuffin, basically, yeah.
I want to make sure that we are being heard. It is our aunt's birthday today, apparently.
Who?
Our aunt's birthday, Cindy.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't talked to them in so long.
It's been, apparently they got a. I'll tell you later. we're recording now, so I don't know if I should do that.
Oh, yeah, probably not. It's like, hey, you want to hear about all the... hear a bunch of shit about our family?
Let's see. I want to hear how we sound when I'm shooting, but so far it sounds okay, but I'm also on a loading screen, so...
Yeah.
In the meantime, welcome to the Conversationalist. I'm Matt and this is Josh, and if you've never seen this Conversationalist before, then it's not so much that it matters what you're watching, it's just something to watch while you listen.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hold on. Let's chat it up a little bit while I shoot. Oi, what's up? What's up, fam? Those were awful words that came out of my mouth. But yes, we sound decent.
Okay.
Okay.
Well then, that's good to know.
That's some good stuff. So you went and saw Keanu. You didn't hate it.
I did see Keanu. It was decent, not amazing.
It was. You're like, it was a movie, you know?
It was at least entertaining. I don't know that I would ever watch it again, but I would never, like, seek it out. You know how you would sometimes seek out, like, Ghostbusters or something? You're never gonna be like, oh shit, let's watch Keanu. Like, it's never gonna...
So it's like the Goo Goo Dolls. For me.
I guess so, yeah.
Like, it was good, but I'm never gonna be like, man, I really want to watch Keanu.
But I'm sure glad it's you out
there,
not me.
You're never gonna really, like, feel the itch, probably, to be like,
well,
yeah, this was a great fucking movie. Comedy of the year.
Well, I saw it. I don't need to buy it. I don't need to see it again. I saw it.
It was fine.
It was fine.
It
was fine.
It made me laugh at times, like, which I guess is the goal of a comedy, you know?
Yeah. So you've been playing a lot of Destiny.
I have, and
Iron Banana Week.
And a lot of Hearthstone. And,
you're back in the Hearthstone, huh?
The expansion came out, you know.
Dig deep in Hearthstone, eh?
I am dig deep in Hearthstone right now. Just trying out new decks, you know. Played Aggro Shaman today, which is decent, and
the only card video game that I ever could get into was the Pokemon card game for Game Boy.
You know what's funny is as much nostalgia and as much as I actually enjoy the Pokemon card game, it's not actually that great of a card game.
It's very simple.
It's like mechanically like not interesting at all. But that's because it tries to emulate it basically just tries to emulate Pokemon. Like it's like, oh, you have one card out, which is like, you know, the one you got out. And then you have all your, you have your bank, and then you have all like these win conditions and stuff.
Attached to energies and whatnot.
Yeah, and I hated the energy system because it's like
you can only attach one per turn.
Similar to your magic. Yeah, it's similar to Magic's mana system, which I also hate because it's like really old. I mean, Magic is like a 20-year-old game. Uh, and while still good, has some pretty antiquated mechanics. Same goes for
Oh
the
shoot.
Pokemon card game, and it's the same publisher. So it kind of makes sense that something like that would happen. Like they would have a similar design philosophy, but like I don't know. And I also haven't played the Pokemon card game in 16 years, so I have no idea like what it's like now. It could have changed dramatically. I have no idea, but yeah, it just
Yeah,
it
I
was
don't know. I
okay.
mean, I found an image. I guess someone got one of my friends got a birthday present or something, but it was like a Ninetales and a Blastoise card, which I was like, what a weird birthday present. Like, I
Well, they're
didn't.
hard to find, the old
But
ones.
yeah, but I mean, these are like, yeah, I guess so. He must be a collector. I don't know.
Yeah.
'Cause I can't imagine he's like, I can't wait to try these out in my new
I
deck.
mean,
You know?
first edition holographic Charizards are still worth like $100, more than that, because
Yeah.
the first edition ones are super hard to find, especially if they're in mint condition. I don't know about like Blastoise and stuff. I don't know why. You know, I think all the hype around Charizard was just that it did like 100 fucking damage.
Yeah, he did
That was
100
really
damage.
all
He was like
anyone cared about.
one of the only original cards that like
But what's funny is
did
like
100 damage,
even
but also had 120 HP.
yeah, but also like what's funny is like Blastoise could kill it. It's like, oh, if
Oh
I had a
yeah, very
Blastoise,
easily.
it would, yeah, because they had the whole weakness system in the card
Yeah,
game, and yeah, Blastoise could kill that shit so easy, and it's like nobody gave a fuck about Blastoise. Everybody just
I love Blastoise.
yeah. I
Yeah,
usually
like because
play.
I saw the image and I was reading it because I was actually reading the card for Blastoise, and kind of like the rules of the game were kind of flooding back to me as a result.
Mhm.
But you know, like yeah, you're right. Like
Yep.
he's got Rain Dance ability, and like or no, is it Hydro Pump? I don't remember. But the attack, like
Some
you can
shit.
he does have the Rain Dance ability, but I think it's Hydro Pump where you can it takes th 3 energies, and I think you can attach an extra 2 for an extra 10 points damage. But I mean that's like 50, and so that's 50 damage, and then against the fire Pokemon, that's 100 damage. So two shots, and Charizard's down. So
Mhm.
like he ain't shit. I had a Charizard card once, and it was so popular that a guy you remember. You probably don't remember his name, but you remember the kid that went with us to the Garfield movie in 2004.
I didn't even know there was another kid because I was staring in your eyes too deeply.
Yeah, there were 3 of us.
I
He
don't remember that at all. He
he
left no impression.
he used to live across the street from my grandmother, and I used to visit him all the time because I didn't have video games and he had a GameCube. But and he was a cool kid. But uh he
You're like,
he
what was his name? GameCube?
GameCube? No, his name is Kevin.
GameCube kid?
But he
Hey there, GameCube. My name's Kevin. Sure it is.
whatever you
Where's your
say.
GameCube?
Where's your GameCube? I want to play some Melee. But no, he traded me like 6 different holographic cards for my one Charizard. I was like,
Really?
yeah, he wanted it bad.
He was like, here's a fucking holographic, like, Electrode and a holographic Pikachu. It's all these Pokemon you don't give a fuck about.
There was like I think it was I have a big ass like Pokemon card binder that I could bust out at a different time and show you all these
You still
fucking
have all
cards.
yours? I don't have mine anymore.
I didn't keep collecting. I really just wanted to try and get like all the original 150, but I didn't get them all. But I did get quite a bit. It was mine and my
I did
brother's
have the
collection.
Mew card for a while that came when you went to see the movie or whatever.
Oh yeah, isn't
Where
that
it was all like,
the carving, the stone carving?
yeah, it was all in a different language and shit.
Yeah,
I remember having that.
I remember
Yeah,
my dad took my brother and I to that movie. He fell asleep.
my mom surprised me and took me, like, she picked me up early from daycare, and then her and her coworker and her coworker's kid and we all went. And I'm sure they fucking fell asleep and were like, this is the most boring, stupid shit I've ever seen in my life, but I was like totally into it.
Yeah, like if you really think about it, it is kind of a stupid premise. but...
It is a dumb premise, but I am in love with it.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
It's stupid as shit, but I love Pokemon like a lot. Not the anime, but like the games. I really like the games, even though I haven't played any of them since Ruby. So.
Yeah, I borrowed your Ruby
I guess
for a while.
I'm not really an authority on them.
Not really. They got complicated after a while. I mean, like beauty contests weren't complicated, but it was like, you know, breeding and there was like
I liked the breeding system
stuff.
in Gold and Silver actually, and it led to the whole perfect Pokemon thing because there was a way where you could get a Pokemon with perfect stats, but you had to breed. You had to breed this, like, if I had 2 Charizards, I would have to breed them, and then the offspring would basically be, like, it wouldn't be better at the time, because obviously it would be a level 1, but when you got it up to level 99, where its parents were, it would have slightly higher base stats than the one... than the parents would. So the idea was, like, you bred, like, this legacy of Pokemon until you got all of the base stats to be perfect. And it was the grindiest shit ever. But, like, you could do it, and you would have, like, these unstoppable killing machines, basically. So, and in competitive Pokemon, which is a thing, in competitive Pokemon, like, having a perfect Pokemon is, like you have to have them, basically, as part of the thing. But I don't know if you've ever watched, like, the Pokemon tournaments or whatever, like when they run them on Twitch. They're pretty interesting. They're very much like rock, paper, scissors with monsters, sort of. They're like swapping Pokemon in and out like all the goddamn time, and I don't know, it's interesting. I'm always
Pokemon
interested in
Stadium
that kind of
was the shit too.
Yeah, that was a game.
Sure was.
It was an interesting idea.
I liked it.
I don't know. I don't necessarily remember if it was a good game or not because I haven't played it since I was like 8 or 9.
I think it was fun. Lots of fun.
I played it a lot. I probably put hundreds of hours into it, but I can't tell you if it was any.
I had a guide.
Good or not.
I had a guide, and there was. They said that, like, if you play the Master Ball tournament and you get to the last person, like the last person has a Mew. I was like, oh, rad. And so my brother and I tried, and we got like to the 8th. No, not the 8th, because that would have been the last person. But like the 6th or 7th, and
right.
And we lost, and we're like, fuck.
Yeah, the fucking it was way harder to beat Pokemon Stadium than it was to beat the actual game.
Yeah.
But you know what sucks? You know what I found out later, and why I couldn't do it, is because when you artificially leveled your Pokemon with rare candies, you actually, like, they weren't raising the base stats. So, like, if you had just leveled that Pokemon legitimately, they actually would have been stronger than if you had leveled them with the rare candies. Because the rare candies didn't, like, when you level up in an RPG, it's like, oh, your base stats went up also. Like, when you level them with rare candies, their base stats don't go up at all. So, like, yeah, they're level 99, but their strength, they still have the strength of, like, a level 20 Pokemon. So you're actually like, you know what I mean? You're actually fucking them over, which was why I could
Right.
never beat Pokemon Stadium because I had all these fucking, I was duplicating their candies like it was nobody's goddamn business. Doing like missing no, so all my Pokemon were level 99, but they were actually like all weak as fuck. So I could never, you know, I could never beat the the fucking Pokemon Stadium cats. They're all fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fun facts about Pokemon that I, for some reason, know.
It was a good game.
It's all because we were talking about card games.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a guide for the card game, but I also had a guide that like it was a guide for the regular game, but it had for like the original game, but it also had like basically a Pokedex, but all the Pokemon Stadium. I don't know. I guess you wouldn't call them sprites then, right? But it was all the
I don't know.
character models, I guess, would be the correct word.
Well, they would be oh, Stadium wouldn't have been sprites, no.
No. So, and they gave they gave a rundown of the stats and whatnot. It was cool. It was a cool guide.
This is pretty cool.
This is pretty cool.
I don't know if you know this, but this is pretty cool. Take that, you fuck. Sorry.
I'm actually playing The Division. This is the first time. This is like the 12th episode. This is the 12th episode, and we've talked about The Division.
Man, I don't know if you've heard about how fucked up The Division is on PC and stuff right now. Actually, in general, like there's so many like glitches and hacks and stuff that like cheaters are just fucking everywhere, especially on the PC version. Because I guess the network architecture of the game is complete dog shit.
Well.
Yeah.
Well then.
Well then, yeah.
Hey, this is Ali from 89.8.
And this is coming, I guess some ex-Sony network architect or something came out recently and talked about like how crappy the netcode is for the Division. And he was basically saying that like it's basically just open wide to people that want to hack it. Which is why like the PC right now is just full of cheaters, and then also on the consoles there's all these crazy fucking glitches that they have to keep fixing, and it's kind of a nightmare. I'm like, wow, that's fucking nuts. But I haven't played since I got 30. Like, I just haven't cared. I'm really glad I didn't buy the season pass because like, the end game just doesn't seem like something I want to do. Like, it sounds very vanilla Destiny, like super grindy, and the raids, as I predicted, did not pan out to anything at all interesting. They're just like, oh, you're in a room for 15 waves. It's like, that sounds fucking boring, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I mean, I like it. I just wish I had more people to play with.
Yeah, well... Yeah, and I think the people that were playing the Division, and maybe more of the clan will be playing Division when the next DLC comes out or something, which I think is like next month or so, but right now it's like, I don't know anybody that's still playing it right now. Everybody either went back to Destiny or they went back to whatever the fuck else they were doing. I haven't been playing any like single player games lately except maybe Dark Souls.
I do think it's funny though that we've talked about the Division a lot on this podcast, and 12 episodes in, now you can finally watch that I'm actually playing the Division.
Oh,
but I've been playing single player games. We never got to play.
Well,
I feel
like you mostly do. I don't anymore.
I do a lot.
Single player games.
I like a good story experience that I can sit down and digest.
I do from time to time. I'm more, as I've gotten older, I'm more into the, like, I want to do stuff with my friends.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. Like, I had a lot of fun yesterday when we played Destiny. I've got a lot of footage that I want to sift through tomorrow. so we'll see how that turns out. But
Yeah. Yesterday, even though we didn't
wanted
really
to play Crota,
raid
we never played Crota. We played a little bit of Crota, and then someone had to leave, and we were like, well,
we
well
lost
then.
90% of our fucking Crucible games.
You were doing pretty well for a while, and then you guys showed up, and I don't know what happened. You're a curse.
I mean, through it all, I was doing pretty good, I felt, but it's fine. Not everybody in this clan, like, plays PvP, really. I actually play PvP more than anything in Destiny, I found out. Like, when I look at all my character stats, like, 60 to 70% of all the time spent on my characters is in Crucible. And it's just because, like, when you're done, if you only play PvE, you're honestly, like, once you do the raid, and you don't really, if you're not one of those people that loves to just keep raiding, like, you know, like an old school MMO player, you're gonna basically just be done, like, unless you keep playing, you know, Prison of Elders or something. But if you play PvP, there's always something to do, because you're like, oh, I'm gonna do my weekly, or I'm just gonna fucking shoot people, and when you work 12 hours, you know, working retail, and then you have to go and edit people's papers and manage a website and look over magazine design and stuff, you're like, I just want to shoot shit in the face and I don't want to have to pay attention. Which is mainly why that's what I've been doing lately.
You're gravelly. You're gravelly right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, a little bit.
I was talking too much, maybe.
Talking too damn much.
Yeah, my mic's like, you're talking too goddamn much, stop it. Yeah, I just don't want to, like, think too much. Luckily, like, the brunt of my work is gonna be over, real soon, and that'll be around the time both Doom and Uncharted come out. They come out the same week, so, but different days in the same week, which is good. So I'm pretty excited.
I wish I had the money for both, but I don't. So
I do, which I'm very happy about.
Yes, it's Uncharted for me. I'm very excited about Uncharted. It's finally here.
Doesn't feel like it, but then I think about it, I'm like, oh, it's only like 2 weeks away. It's crazy to me.
Not even.
It's
a little less. It's
like,
a little
any
more.
Trailer since December, so.
It's a little more than a week, because it's only 10 days.
Oh yeah, it's the first day, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, cool.
I'm excited to try to platinum it. I wonder if it's got a good trophy list like the others. But I don't want to look up its trophy list, you know?
Right. So. Honestly, I'm probably going to blaze through it because...
Don't forget about...
Doom comes out that Friday, and I'm probably going to want to just sit and play Doom for a long time.
I played the Doom beta, and I really did like the multiplayer, but I'm also really excited for Uncharted multiplayer. I saw
the Doom multiplayer was fine. It just felt really old.
I saw that you tweeted at people that like to stop complaining about it though.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. People were complaining that it's too new, but my main complaint, and I don't think it's bad, is that it just feels too old. Because it does very much feel like Quake.
Oh yeah.
Which, yeah, and honestly, like, the progression and the UI and stuff kind of throws me off. Like, the UI in the single player does not look like the UI in the multiplayer. The multiplayer UI kind of looks like garbage, if you ask me. It looks bad. And the single player UI looks like it looks different for some reason. I'm like, why is it different? Why don't you just have the same one? But, I don't know. Maybe it's different because they're like, yeah, we want to show off these fucking awesome graphics, and in the multiplayer, they're like, we don't give a fuck, you're just shooting people. I will say the Warpath game mode is fucking awesome.
I didn't get to try it. I only played Deathmatch.
Oh, it's great. So, yeah, Deathmatch, I was like, oh, this is boring. Warpath is like King of the Hill, except the hill moves, like, through the map. Yeah, so it's always moving. through the map. It's fucking awesome. I loved it so much. But it took me a little bit to like get used to it because it's like so fucking fast paced, and I was playing on PC, which means like everybody has got a mouse, so they're just fucking nuts. But I mean, my first 2 games I was like miserable, like I'm doing fucking shitty, and then when I figured it out, and then I got kind of in the rhythm of it, like the speed of it, you're like, okay, this is fine, but I don't think it's like amazing. I mean, people whining about it, I think, is funny because, like, the main draw of Doom is not the multiplayer, at least for me. Like, the main draw of Doom for me is running through the hallways with a shotgun and shooting demons. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really care about the multiplayer.
I was a little disappointed that you couldn't aim down the sights. Like, I took a little while, like, looking for it.
It's a Doom thing.
Mm.
Doom's never had aim down the sights.
No?
No.
I didn't know if it had it in Doom 3 or not.
Well, certain guns have aim down the sights. Like, there's a sniper that has aim down the sights.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, a sniper, obviously, but...
Yeah, most stuff, like, Doom has never had aim down the sights, and I think they wanted to keep that going. Counter-Strike has also never had aim down the sights, and that's just a thing that they've decided to have, because it just, like... I don't know. It's just a design choice, and some players prefer not to have aim down the sights. I like games that have aim down the sights, like Destiny and Call of Duty.
Because I'm always aiming down. I'm rarely like just free aim.
But I also really like, I like Counter-Strike a lot. But to me, Counter-Strike is like, oh, I'm playing this really hardcore FPS.
Mm.
And, like, I get that, like, I can't aim down the sights. It's like this hardcore PC experience where I'm not going to be aiming down the sights, and like, one shot to the head and I'm fucking gone. And I have to peek around corners and be super careful, and there's, like, a meta, and it's just kind of crazy, but, like... Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure somebody has an argument for one or the other, but I don't really care either way. It just depends on what the developer wants, honestly.
Right. I've been playing, I meant to say this, like, I've been playing, San Andreas. I just finally finished the campaign, and I'm like 87%. I want to get that platinum. I'd like to see if I can get it before Uncharted comes out, so I don't leave it hanging.
I'm very excited for Uncharted, but I also am like, oh shit, it comes out, and then three days later, Doom comes out, so I better fucking get through this. The good thing is that I think Doom comes out on that Friday, and like Monday night I'll be able to play Uncharted for a couple hours, which means I'll have knocked out like a good portion, of the game, because it's Uncharted and they're short. Which means I feel like by Friday I can have it. I can be done with it, and not that I won't play it again or watch Nicole play it again, but or maybe she'll just play it with me. I don't know. I think maybe we'll just play it together, because she's played them all at this point, and
I'm actually planning on playing the originals again, but I want to wait. Like, I have the Nathan Drake collection, but I also still have the PS3 versions, and I want to play them on PS3 so I can appreciate how beautiful Uncharted 4 is even more. Like,
I don't think you need to do that, but okay.
I want to. But
I just want to play the game.
I thought it was funny that, like, I was like, I remember being like Drake's Fortune looked fine from what I remember, and then the Nathan Drake collection came out, and I was like, Drake's Fortune looked like dog shit.
It does look like crap. I actually haven't seen it on the Nathan Drake collection. Even though we own it, I haven't actually looked at it.
It looks really good. Looks real good.
Man, this looks real good.
Real dang good.
I've just been so, like... I haven't replayed them in a while, and I don't know when I'm going to replay them, because I just replayed them with Nicole, like, maybe a year or so ago, so I'm kind of, like, fine.
I just replayed them,
see them right now.
I just replayed them, like, last month, just so I could get the platinums.
I don't replay a lot of games.
I like to replay
unless
games.
They're, like, really... I mean, I really love Uncharted, but I just am like, I remember what happened. I'm just gonna jump into 4.
I like to...
I don't need to, like, get a refresher or anything.
I like to replay them. It's kind of like... It's kind of like watching your favorite movies, just because, like, you want to see how it happens, like, and... I don't know. Like, I like doing that. Like, sometimes I'll be like, oh shit, new Grand Theft Auto, I better fucking, like, play these again, so I can especially like that.
Even though they're all separate stories.
Well, they're all in the same world, so you see some of the same characters over again.
Right.
Like, one of the characters that you get to play as in the DLC for 4 gets killed by a different character in 5. So that's fun.
Interesting.
That's neat.
Hey man, that's pretty neat.
Didn't sleep right, that's all.
You're like chastising me yesterday. Because I was like, oh man, I want to... You! Because I was like, oh man, I want to get that San Andreas Platinum.
So Mike, I don't know, you do you, but at some point I'm just like, does it really matter? Like,
I like to do it.
Wouldn't you rather just be having fun? Like, that's my thing. I just want to do stuff where I just want to have fun. If I don't feel like doing something, I'm not gonna fucking do it. Like,
but I do feel like doing it. And that's, you know, it's my time. Like, it's my time. I do what I will with my time.
I see that, but I feel like some of the most unfun experiences I've ever had with video games were when I was trophy hunting.
Sometimes.
And I'm like, no, I want to actually enjoy what I'm doing. I don't really care about these things that don't matter. I just want to play Transformers and have fun and not feel like I'm trying to grind out this fucking thing, you know? I don't know.
Sometimes, there was one trophy, it was like a challenge in San Andreas where I was like, oh fuck, man. You are killing me! You're killing me! But,
we confirmed phase 1 was a success.
you know, oh shoot, hold on.
Agent, we need you to secure the Hudson
there you
Rail
go.
Yards area.
Excuse me.
The yards have become a tent city
Well,
for the
there it is.
destitute and desperate.
But,
Forced out of every place
at this
else
point,
up
like,
here.
I'm 87% on trophies, and I think I've gotten the hardest ones kind of out of the way.
For Dr.
Where am
Candle
I?
to work her magic on.
Okay.
So if you secure the site,
like,
we can do the rest.
what is it? I just have to get arrested like 30 more times. Oh shoot.
Oh my god.
There's another one. Shoot. I have to get arrested, because you have to get arrested 50 times, and that's not hard. Just, like, find a cop car, or, like, cause enough mayhem and then get in a car so the car can, like, so a cop can, like, pull you out of a car. And then there it is. That's just, like, 50 times. I think I've got arrested, like, 20 times. I have to kill 900 more people, because you have to rack up a body count of 4,000. I'm, like, 3,100 plus. Which won't take too long. And, oh shoot. Sorry, I just ran into rioters, so... But, let's see. And a couple of other, like, odds and ends, but nothing, like, too, like, taxing. So... Not like with Vice City, where it was like, I gotta get this fucking criminal rating, and it's fucking so hard, and I don't know what's happening. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Like, this one's
my main...
much more attainable.
Oh! Yeah, I
At
mean,
least
my
I don't have
main
to. At
thing
least I
right
don't have to
now
get
is
100% this time.
yeah, my main thing is I'm just playing that Destiny, just getting
Yeah.
my items leveled up and
Uh,
doing challenge every week, which has been super fun.
oh, you know what?
Um,
I wanted to tell you. Go on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I thought you were done.
no, and then just playing so much Hearthstone because I pre-ordered the expansion, which means I bought 50 booster packs for like $50,
Uh-huh.
and cracked all those motherfuckers open. Got most of the set actually, so I've been able to make like almost any deck I want. Like when I look up deck lists, it's like I have all these. I could actually do this. So I've been having fun just like tinkering with the different archetypes and experimenting. It's been cool. I've never been able to do that before, like in a card game, because you're always like, oh, that kid with the rich parents who buys the fucking 2 boxes of Pokemon booster packs when they come out. You know, that son of a bitch. He's gonna have everything. He can just make the decks. Where it's like, me, I get like a booster pack a week or some shit, and that kind of happens in Hearthstone to a degree, even though you can get free booster packs. But like, being able to just pre-order, ugh. I'm gonna do it from now on, because it changed everything. I was like, oh man, I actually can just do this. This is great.
I meant to tell you, when we were talking about betas, that I actually played the Mirror's Edge beta. And, it was really long. It was the first thing that I kind of noticed. Like, I played it for, like, hours, and I was like, when does this, like, I appreciate it, but when does this end? Like, huh? This is gonna expire tonight. When do I want to make sure that I finish it?
Wait,
Like,
say that again? I'm sorry, you cut out on what you were talking about, and then it was like, I want to do this before it expires.
oh, the Mirror's Edge beta.
Oh yeah, I got a code for that, and I didn't even put it in. I was so busy, I didn't even get to try it.
It was pretty good. I mean, it's a little more open world, so that's kind of fun to mess around
Yeah,
with.
that's one of the selling points, is like now it's not based on levels, it's like an actual world with quests and shit that you run around to, which I love, because the whole game is supposed to be this whole free running thing, and sometimes it
And
was like, oh, I'm in this weird building that doesn't make any sense, but
yeah,
it
and
seems like this time they got it.
I like that there's a little extra color. Like everything's still
Yeah.
pretty white, but I don't know. Like I don't really recall very many shadows and shades of gray like in the old
I mean,
one.
there were, but I mean, there
But
was that whole part where you go down into the sewers and stuff.
yeah, it was very. But the city level was like very white and sterile, and I get that that was kind of the point, but like I don't know. Like it was nice to see a little. It's everything's still pretty white, but I don't know. It's not as bright and blinding. It's a little muted. So
Everything's blinding. Yeah.
and
Um.
it was yeah, it was a long beta. Like it was much longer than the Division's beta. Like fucking Division gave you like 2 story
2 days
missions.
or whatever.
Well, no,
Install
like
it and hope you can keep playing.
no, like it was long like the missions. Like Division beta gave you 2 missions, and
Oh
then
yeah.
and then this one gave you uh, like maybe 5 story missions, but then a bunch of like side missions that you could do. Like it opened up like during the beta, it opened up a second part of the map.
Oh, that's good.
So
Yeah, I didn't even get to try it, and I kind of wish I had taken the time to do it. But I'm still gonna buy the game. Like, I'm really excited for it. So, as a fan.
it was it was fun. My only complaint, like my only complaint really was you can turn on runner vision and it does like you can follow this red line, but it's not like
Right.
the best way I can describe it is like it's not like the line in Dead Space where it's like a continuous line where you're like, oh shit, okay, I know which way I'm going. Like it's like the kind of pulse line where it's like shoom, shoom, like
Oh.
that.
Oh, so they changed the way it worked. Because the way it worked in the original was like they would just show, like they would, like things would highlight red.
Yeah,
Like
well,
while
it's
you were
people.
running.
Things still highlight red, but it also does that. So, but the only problem is that it's a pulse kind of thing, so it's slow, and this is a game where you have to like keep
running a lot.
Keep running, so you can constantly outrun it. So like if it takes a turn before you notice, and you outrun it, 1 second you'll be following it, the next you will not be, and you'll be like, where am I going? And then you turn around and like, oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm interested to try it. One of the things, though, is that the game doesn't necessarily, and this was something that happened kind of in the first one, the game doesn't necessarily want you to be, like, the best there ever was immediately. Like, it kind of wants you to get better. And, like, the more you get better and memorize the maps and stuff, you actually, you know, start to, like, free run better because you know the layout and you know the lay of the land and stuff, which I actually kind of appreciated. It was... Because you figure if you were a fucking parkour person, like, you do parkour on places you kind of are familiar with, and then you get really good at being familiar with them, and then, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just my interpretation of the mechanics. Because, like, yeah, when you first do a level, you're kind of, like, not sure where to go, and you're kind of being sloppy, but when you do, like, the time trial mode is really where that game shines, because then you're, like, trying to refine your route and trying to find alternate routes that are faster, and then you start just like chaining everything together perfectly, and you get really good at like memorizing the specific areas and stuff. And that's where I think a lot of the games, like my love of that game, comes through, because time trial mode is just super good.
Yeah, I liked it, but I'm not in a hurry, I guess. Like, I'd much rather, like, there's like a bunch of games coming out that month, and if I had to choose, if I had to choose only two, it would be Uncharted and Doom, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I already paid for Overwatch, so, like,
I'd like to try Overwatch.
Well, you can this week! Oh, man!
Oh, yeah, there's
Open
a beta,
beta starts this week. I'm actually, I have early access on the PC, which means on Tuesday I'll be back in the beta, because they shut the beta off. So I haven't been playing, like, for a week, and it's been depressing. It's so good, man! That game is great, but I am actually going to download the beta
for PS4?
On Xbox and on PS4, because I want to, I want to play with certain specific people and stuff, and try it on all the platforms.
Check out the communities.
And see how it goes. I'm not really gonna buy it on PS4.
So yet another game that you and I can't play together.
But okay, here's the thing: Blizzard is they're like a PC company for the most part,
They are
and
known
like
for
all
their
of their
PC
games basically survive on PCs, and their console games, and like the only game they've really ever had on consoles was Diablo, and that community is kind of dead, while the PC community still thrives. There's people still playing it all the time, but like, I don't know, I just feel like the console community for that game is gonna die out after like a month or so, and I kind of just want to play on PC where it's gonna be there. And also, my PC runs it better than the consoles ever could. My PC runs Overwatch at max specs at like 90 frames a second. It looks fucking glorious. So,
yeah,
I'm obviously gonna be playing there, but I'm gonna play the beta on console stuff because I know a lot of the Destiny people are gonna play it, and I know some of the people on Xbox Best Friends are gonna be playing it on PC, and they're gonna try it on Xbox. But I'm not like, I don't know. It remains to be seen if the console version's gonna stick around, but
right.
I guess we'll see. I don't know. Shrug. I'll probably buy it again when it's super cheap. Like if it's like by the end of the year, if there are still people playing it on PS4 and it's like $20, I'll probably do it because I'm just like one of those Blizzard nutcases and stuff. And I tried to get tickets to BlizzCon this year and I couldn't get them, but it actually is okay because I realized after I had even forgot to like log in to try and get tickets because the tickets go about as fast, if not faster, than like Comic-Con. I realized that it's on the weekend that your wedding is, and I was like, oh, well, I couldn't have fucking gone anyway, so it's
Sorry
fine.
for being
like,
so inconvenient.
I know, Matt, fuck! No, I'm just kidding. Well, it was fine. I mean, I was, like, at first I was sad because I was like, fuck, because I had made it a thing, like, I'm gonna go this year, right?
You really hyped yourself up. You were like, oh,
well,
man.
Yeah, well, yeah, I hyped myself up because I was like, I'm gonna fucking go this year. I've
This is the
always
year.
wanted to go. You know, I was like, even if no one wants to go with me and nobody was gonna go with me, I was literally gonna go by myself. And I didn't even care. I was like, I don't give a fuck. It's BlizzCon, man. And I was like, hyped up. I was ready to go, and then the first ticket sale happened. There were 2 dates, and I went, fuck, I totally, like, forgot. Alright, I was like, Saturday, I will do it. And then Saturday, I slept in and totally forgot about it. They went on sale at 10. I woke up at 10:30, went about my day, and then as Nicole and I are walking to get lunch with people, I went, fuck, I didn't buy the tickets. And of course, they're all gone. It's like 2 hours later, you know?
Right.
Those things go in like 10 minutes. So I'm like, well, fuck. And then I was looking at the fridge, and I got, like, because I got your save the date, and I was looking at your fridge, and I was like, oh, it's the Sunday. Like, I couldn't have gone anyway. If I was going to go, I literally would have had to basically
leave my wedding.
No, no. I would have had to go because it's Saturday and Sunday. I think. That or it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I'm pretty sure it's Saturday, Sunday. I would have had to go Friday to get there. Then I would have had to go all day Saturday, and that Saturday night I would have had to get like a red eye or some shit to come back and then be at your wedding with no sleep, having gone to BlizzCon the day before. There was just no fucking way. So it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So it all kind of worked out anyway that I didn't get tickets because I remembered like, oh, I couldn't have gone anyway. So it's not that big a deal. I'll get them next year is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Speaking of events, we're Kind of Funny Live is creeping up.
I know, it's like 3 weeks away.
Yeah, I believe 3. And I'm hyped
Yeah,
for it.
it's a very eventful month.
Yeah.
I got a lot going on. I never have to go back to college again after this month.
Very excited.
And,
thank you again for tickets.
I'm so fucking excited.
Thank you again for the tickets.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was a birthday present.
Yeah. That's what I was telling the Kind of Funny guys. They were like, "You're going to Kind of Funny Live, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." Fortunately for me, it happens close enough to my birthday that I can get away with it being a birthday present.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I mean, there's gonna be so many people there that it'll be a good time. The only thing I'm kind of like worried about is that it's being done with like Rooster Teeth. I know fucking almost nothing about Rooster Teeth.
I don't know. I don't know
much
about them.
Other than when I was a fan of like Red vs. Blue for a while and like some of the other shit they did, but they don't really do that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So like, don't really know anything about them. All I know is that they're this giant fucking media company. And they're doing it with something called Let's Play, and I don't even know what that is. And it's like 2 days, and I'm afraid that like we're gonna have a situation where it doesn't feel as close-knit as last year. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, things gotta evolve and stuff, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that Tone Deaf isn't there, is all.
Oh god, yeah. I'll leave. I'll be like, you know what, I'm coming back tomorrow anyway, because this is 2 days, I'm not watching fucking Tone Deaf.
I just, I mean, like, maybe his heart was in the right place, but that song just, I felt really weird. Like, I felt like that was not...
Because I'm a pervert.
I was like, I feel like that's not a Kind of Funny kind of song.
No. I was like, you realize that, like, children watch your Oreo videos, right?
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I get a very, like brotherhood, sisterhood kind of family vibe from Kind of Funny,
From them.
from the Kind of Funny community. So I don't like to, I don't like to think about, like, I'm sure there are people that, like, in the community that meet each other and they're like, oh, it's so nice to meet you. Oh, well, like, do you want to go out sometime? Oh, it'd be nice. Oh, like, we have shared interests, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine and that's cool. The first thing that does, fucking other people from the Kind of Funny community doesn't really come to mind. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just felt weird. And I know people, like, Colin was, like, trying to tell me, like, oh yeah, people liked it. And I'm like, did they really? Because
everybody
it didn't
in
seem
our
like it.
everybody in our general vicinity
In our vicinity
very
seemed like
uncomfortable.
they didn't like it.
Like,
yeah.
I even noticed, like, the girl in front of us was like, this is a weird song, and I don't much care for it.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. Like, I don't know, man. It was weird to me.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be another weirdness thing here. Honestly, like, I don't even actually care about Kind of Funny Live, to be honest. I just care about hanging out with people, because that's what was mostly fun about last time, was getting to see all those people.
Yeah.
And interact with them. It wasn't so much like, especially PSX had the same effect where it was like, oh man, all these people that I know, like, oh, all these people that helped me fucking kill Oryx were all having drinks and shit and hanging out and eating wings. Or getting Ubers to go get wings and
man,
shit.
I hope we go to Wing Wings.
Oh, we'll do it.
I haven't been to Wing Wings in a long time.
I went... PSX was the last time I went, and then we had that lady get super angry at the lady working there.
Confirmed. It's napalm B,
which was strange.
Why did she get angry?
Oh, well, she was like on the phone, and I don't know, we were eating. It was me and fucking Harvey, and
Harvey's not going to be there.
Else.
I noticed. I remember him saying that
no,
he had
he
a basketball. No, I remember him saying he had a basketball. Oh, did it get moved?
It got moved. He's going now.
Then he's got good friends. He's got good friends then.
Yeah.
He's got friends that understand him.
Yeah, he said he's gonna go now. So, and he doesn't live that far from me.
No,
he lives, like, literally right over the bridge.
Yeah, he's like in the city, isn't he?
He's like 15 minutes from my house, basically. But yeah.
But there was another piece of news that, like, I don't know if it's a rumor. I didn't read anything about it, but someone told me about it, so I don't know if you've heard about this, but I guess there's a new Spider-Man game getting developed by Sucker Punch.
Whoa. No, I didn't hear about that at all.
And I was like, that
sounds pretty fucking cool.
Pretty fucking awesome, because, you know, they obviously know how to make a superhero game, so...
Yeah, that does sound pretty cool. I'd be super into that.
I'd love to play that.
Yeah, I'm totally into that. How long have we been recording, by the way?
I honestly don't know. I
feel like it's been an hour.
I think it's been at least an hour.
Yeah.
But final thing that I wanted to mention was, I guess that Ratchet and Clank movie didn't do too well, which is too bad, because, like, it probably would have made a great kids movie, you know?
Well, what I heard is that, like, it doesn't quite appeal to kids and doesn't quite appeal to adults. It's like, it
didn't find that Shrek balance.
Yeah, it didn't quite figure it out, and I really want to watch it. I want to know, like, it looked entertaining. I like Ratchet and Clank enough. So
too bad, because I hear the game was the game was phenomenal.
Yeah, the new game is supposed to be fucking great, and I might pick it up soon because apparently it's really short, and I fucking love short games now. And I need something that's not stressful, because playing Dark Souls, I love Dark Souls, but it's fucking stressful and really grindy.
Yeah.
And I need something that's not stressful and grindy, where I feel like I'm not making any progress, you know? And yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted to play. I played the first Ratchet and Clank a long time ago, just for a couple of hours, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this game. Like, I kind of like it, but I don't like. I can tell that if I take a break, I'm not coming back, and that's exactly what happened. I don't know. It was. I want to try again because it seems like a really fun game. Honestly, I thought
apparently it's more modern and stuff. I think it's more modernized from the last one.
Honestly,
because when I played the collection, I was like, yeah, this definitely feels old.
Honestly, the opposite of what I expected came true. I expected to like Ratchet and Clank and be kind of like, I kind of shrug off, like not hate it, but kind of shrug off Jak and Daxter, and the opposite happened. Like, I was like, I really like Jak and Daxter, and just kind of shrugged off Ratchet.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, for a while at least, I managed to at least complete the first Jak game. But
I got really far, and then I didn't complete it.
I platinumed it. The second game, I did not finish. So, I've always meant to go back, but I just... Other games came out, so...
Yeah. That's just how it is.
The Jak collection on Vita was on sale a while back for like $7, and I almost got it, but I didn't have the money at the time.
Yeah. I just bought this game,
I think that I'd like the collections a little bit more, the PS2 collections a little bit more if I could take them on the go. They're still like $30 each.
I just bought some game that my friend told me about. It's called like Recitaper, I can't even pronounce it, but the subtitle is like An Item Shop's Tale, and it's supposed to be this kind of like anime game where you run an item shop in an RPG, and it's supposed to be like funny, and I ended up buying it because it was like $5, but I haven't got a chance to play it. I was gonna try it like today or this weekend or something.
Have you, I mean, we've been talking about Can Funny, they've been all up on Severed.
I don't have a Vita, so...
Oh, you don't have a Vita anymore?
I haven't had a Vita for like a year and a half.
I didn't know you got rid of your Vita.
I've told you that.
I'm still
I haven't had a Vita for a while. Because I never
Vita
played
Island.
it. I do really want to play Severed, but I don't have a Vita. So.
I'm still on Vita Island. Just in case. It's a good place for my PS1 classics and RPGs and...
Yeah. I love the Vita. It's an awesome handheld. It just like, there was never really that much to play on it, and so I just never played it. And I was like, that made me sad, because I wanted stuff to play on it, but... Yeah, I ended up just getting rid of it because I was like, I need the money right now, I'm poor as fuck, and I never play this thing really anyway. So.
Here's a question for you though, that I almost wanted to write this into kind of funny, but I wanted to ask you, because I'm sure you'll say no, but I wonder if you'll know where I'm coming from, where, you know, they're all up on Severed. And then I saw the IGN review gave it a 6. They're like, it's okay. And I was wondering, like, do you ever, like, love a game so much that, like, you see a review that's, like, not like, I don't know, like, it's vastly different from your opinion, where you're like, oh man, this game's great, or even just like, and the game's, and they're like, it was okay, or even like that they hated it. And you're like, but how? And you start getting a little defensive. You're like, how? I don't understand.
Sometimes, not lately. I as of late, I tend to see a lot of the, every game has its faults. I tend to see them, and I get why some people get turned off by certain things. But for the most part, like, I don't know. People's opinions don't bug me. It bugs me when they bitch about something that maybe isn't that big of a deal, or I don't know. It's hard to describe. Like
that was one of the
like if
reasons
someone
that
was to say,
that was one of the reasons that
like
I got like defensive when Polygon was the only one that gave The Last of Us a 7.
but I see where it came from, because that game does have a lot of things in it that aren't that great. But the thing is, like, we look past them because the story and the storytelling are so fucking good. But there are some gameplay things in that game that are just, like, not very good, and I'm willing to look past them because I really like that game, and most people do. But, like, a 7, you have to remember, is still a good score. Like,
Yeah.
That's still considered a good game.
It was still just like, but everyone thinks it's exemplary. So why don't they? Why is it the one? Why are they the one person?
But it's not them. It's that one guy. Like you have to remember, like even at IGN, I bet there are people that would have given Severed a 9.
Yeah.
Like it's just that one person's opinion. It's not like. It's like when. Like, Metal Gear Solid 5 is a good example for us. I don't like that game. I just don't. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like Metal Gear Solid 4 either. But there are people out there that fucking put 200 hours in Metal Gear Solid 5 and loved it to death. They're not wrong.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I mean, yeah,
I don't know.
like, of course it's all down to opinion. So it's not... You know, it's not exactly... No one's wrong. It's just... It's like when Games Radar gave Bulletstorm a 10. And they're like, are you sure?
Well, it's that one dude. Right? I'm sure there were people there that would have given that game like a 4 or a 3.
Yes, and dared to call it an important game for our generation.
Yeah.
They're like...
The
guy said, you scared the dick out of me. Like, are you being serious with me?
I bet you if you got that guy to sit down and ask him, he probably doesn't agree with that review. I don't agree with most of the reviews I've written.
Okay, Agent.
Because when I look back, I'm like, I was looking at this shit through rose-colored glasses. Like,
and yeah.
When I gave Bioshock
totally.
Infinite like an A-, I would never give that game an A- now. I would give that game like a C. Same thing with like,
the rest are first aid certified.
what's the word? I mean, there are other games I've reviewed where I look back, Watch Dogs. I gave Watch Dogs a C.
Did you?
I did. But the only reason I gave it a C is,
The
only reason I gave it a C, and I said this in the review, was because I've never had so much fun playing I haven't had this much fun playing a multiplayer mode in a really long time. Now, thinking back, it wasn't actually the multiplayer that was like all that great, it was the fact that we were all playing the multiplayer together.
Yes.
Because when I played the multiplayer by myself, I was like, this is fucking boring. But
yes.
when we're all playing it, I didn't even want to play with other people, I just wanted to play with you guys, because slamming the cars into each other, screaming, give me the fucking file, was the funniest shit I'd ever done. And I loved it. But, like, that was the only reason I gave it a C, but if I went back, I'd probably give that game like an F.
Yeah, there's an old video of us playing our, like, one game of file transfer that's super funny. We don't have any audio, but still really funny to watch. Oh, shoot. But
yeah. Anyway, we should probably wrap this up. We've been going for a while.
Yeah. So that's I mean that's all I needed. I want to talk about it anyway. So
Alright.
I don't have much else to say.
Talked about Pokemon cards and game reviews, the whole gamut.
That's right. So, oh, damn it. Nobody says that. Alright, so this is the Conversationalist. I'm Matt and this is Josh, and you can find this on PlayStation. I'm MattMan310, and he's Pac Punk, that's PACPUNK. I get confused now because you changed your Twitter. So I almost want to say the Jawa Josh.
Like the only place where I'm packpunk still is PSN because I can't fucking change my name.
Yeah. On Twitter, you can find Josh at the Jawa Josh, and you can find me at Mattman07. And look for us. I mean, I guess you're already here. This is Toaster Chimp's YouTube page. We're streaming on YouTube,
Right.
so check out our other videos, and
Alert.
look forward to more stuff because Josh is graduating this month. He's gonna be out of school. He's gonna have some more time. He's gonna finally put up the Dead Space video, and
I'm gonna be writing about esports a lot because of this internship that I'm most likely snagging.
Did you find that Dead Space video?
I haven't gone looking.
Oh man.
Probably somewhere in the files. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of shit. Like, I'm gonna be doing my own videos. I'll finally be doing more Let's Plays and stuff on Toaster Chimp, and then I have my own videos, and then me and a friend of mine are starting a thing, which we're gonna do a bunch of like board game shows and some other like funny kind of scripted things, and it's gonna be.
And I'd like to do some more shows sometime. But
yeah, we need to
I don't want to stop doing highlights. I like doing them, but it'll be nice to get a little bit of a break here and there. I'd be like, oh, he's got a video up this week. Because a lot of weeks I'm just like, oh shit, it's Monday. I better edit something together.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. But
just keep your eyes peeled. There's gonna be a ton of shit.
Yeah. Can't wait.
We'll be really busy.
Can't wait. It's gonna be a good time. Good time. This is the Conversationalist. Check out our other videos. We put up a Grand Theft Auto 3 video, short one this time around, for this week. So it's all right. It's gonna be a good time. So till next time, see ya.
Bye.
Boing.